right, welcome to the Clayton County Board of Commissioners meeting. The date is Tuesday, January 20, 2026, and the time is 6 o'clock p.m. Next, we will have roll call. District 1. Here. District 3.
Present.
District 2.
Present.
And District 4.
Present.
Thank you. And Madam Chair is present. Next, we will have item 3, which is our invocation and pledge of allegiance. Our invocation tonight will be done by Reverend Teresa Pugh, senior pastor with Trinity Community Church in Hampton, Georgia. She will come up and do our invocation, and thereafter, we will stand for our pledge of allegiance. We will continue standing for our pledge of allegiance to the flag. Will you please stand for our invocation and pledge of allegiance?
Will you bow your heads with me? Dear wise and loving Father, first let me say thank you on behalf of all who are gathered here today. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, for the measure of health we need to fulfill our callings, for substance and for friendship. Thank you for all who accepted the call to serve and understand it is a privilege that you alone give. Let them embrace the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Thank you for loving us even so from your boundless and gracious nature. In the scriptures you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our county commissioners, for the various levels of county officials, and in particular for this assembled council. I'm asking that you graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times. Let them not be wise in their own eyes, continue to seek your wisdom. Let them ascertain the sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, not withholding to any differences they may have. Give them a thirst for justice and rightness, even in the face of adversity, regardless from where it may come. Give them confidence in what is good and fitting for the entire community, not just those in their districts. The ability to work together in harmony, even when there is honest disagreement. Personal peace in their lives and joy in their tasks. Give their families the understanding of the weight of their positions, not to ignore their needs, but to be an example for them to follow in serving others. But most of all, guide them in acknowledging that leadership is not a title, but a service. May they serve with gladness, for the word of God says that those that exalt themselves will be humbled, and those that are humble will be exalted. I pray for the agenda set before them today. Please give an assurance of what would please you and what would benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved Clayton County. It is in your most blessed name, Jesus the Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Next on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda, but at this time, we have item number 6, which is going to be removed. Is that correct, Attorney Reed? And also, it was placed on the agenda because of an error, and then you, Attorney Reed, you'll come up and inform us about items 13 and 20. And we'll vote on that.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Reed.
It's actually items
Now,
13 and 16 on your agenda. There nothing.
So item 20 was put on mine. So is it 13 and 16?
Yes, it's
Okay.
Resolution 2026-17. First, that one, just in the body of the resolution, it had incorrect dollars, but the synopsis on the agenda is correct.
Okay.
And then item 16, there was a change to the amount to be to apply for, and that amount is $6,770,000, and the breakdown is $5,416,000 from the federal government, and with a match of $1,354,000 funded through SPLOST programs. And the reason for that discrepancy is that we actually had an updated estimate from the engineer on what the actual cost would be based on the right-of-way that's to be enhanced on both sides of the street. So nothing for you to add. It was just really just to make it plain to the citizens that those two changes that will be adopted if you all do so adopt.
And then item 6, do we need to vote to remove it?
No. Yes.
Yes. All right. So at this time, I need a motion to remove item 6 from the agenda.
So moved.
I'm going to come back and ask y'all what y'all want moved to the regular agenda as well. All right, I second the motion. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next, board members, before we adopt the agenda, are there any items that you would like to move to the regular agenda? Commissioner Reeves, are you good? You have any items?
Oh, I had a question about an item. Yes, can we move item 9 and 10 to the regular agenda?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have any items they'd like to move to the regular agenda? All right, Madam Clerk, do you have items 9 and 10?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. All right. At this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next will be item 5 on the agenda, presentations and proclamations. We don't have any proclamations tonight, but we do have a presentation from our lobbyist, Georgia Public Link Affairs Update. Would you please come forward to the podium?
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the Commission. Skin Edge on behalf of Georgia Link Public Affairs Group here with you tonight along with my partner, Boyd Pettit. When we were hired to represent the county, we had committed to y'all to provide you with updates and regular reporting, and that's the reason we're here tonight. Thank you for letting us be placed on the agenda. As you are no doubt aware, the legislature has convened. They went into session for their first week last week, convened on January the 12th. They are out this week for budget hearings and will resume their 40-day legislative session next week. In December, after being hired by the county, we did meet with your legislative delegation to go over your priority list. And I'm happy to report we felt like the meeting went well. The priority list was well received by the legislative delegation, and we welcomed their input and got some good input from them as well as to how we could try to accomplish your goals. I want to talk to you tonight just very briefly about 2 or 3 items on your priority list and where we are and what we need going forward. One of the items that you had mentioned was the need for mental health services here in the county and improved access to mental health services. I have spoken with Commissioner Kevin Tanner, who is the Commissioner of the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. He is committed to explain what we were interested in. He has said that he and his office are happy to meet with us and with y'all to talk about what we need to do to expand the list of services here in the community. What I need from the commission, frankly, is who would like to attend those meetings, either some of you and or staff, and maybe some dates that you would be available, and we can set those meetings up right away. As a matter of fact, when I talked to Commissioner Tanner, he was ready to meet the next day. I told him we need a little more time. So that's first thing. Another on your item of priorities was job training. we contacted Commissioner Greg Dozier of the Technical College System of Georgia. Again, same report as Commissioner Tanner. They got right back to us. They are ready to meet to talk about what we can do in the job training services. And again, if you or whoever the appropriate person is, will contact myself. We can get some dates and who wants to attend on that. And I think we can get that set up right away. And Commissioner Dozier said we can meet at his office, we can meet at the Capitol, whatever suits us would be fine with him. Thirdly, I'd mentioned the Department of Transportation and the projects that you were interested in. If you will provide us as quickly as possible with the list of your priorities for DOT, your wish list, so to speak. As we mentioned to you before, I think one of our partners, Jay Roberts, is a former planning director with DOT. He has spoken with the commissioner, and again, they are ready to meet once that priority list is developed. So the sooner we can get that from you, we can set that meeting up and go about that. And that would not only include discussions in terms of road projects and improvements, but also any potential grants from DOT for beautification projects, which y'all mentioned in your priorities. So we're ready to talk about all of that. I'll turn it over to Mr. Pettit now for just a minute.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the Commission. We're honored to have an opportunity to stand here before you tonight. Just to follow up on Mr. Edge for a second, I had an opportunity to talk with Commissioner Dozier this afternoon. He was on for his budget presentation today, talking about his department, reiterated that he had had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Edge and that he and his office were certainly willing to meet with us and look forward to that opportunity. Also, you mentioned the mental health issues. Closely connected to that is the Department of Human Services, Commissioner Candace Brose, just because of the DFACs, but the overlap really with DBHDD, Department of Behavioral Health and Disabilities. There's an opportunity, I think, for us to talk with them about some of your priorities, particularly as it relates to mental health, but health services in your community, and we look forward to having an opportunity to talk more with you about your local efforts and what you would like to have discussed with those particular commissioners. Secondly, from me, I think about local legislation. I talked some with you about my background representing local governments, working with local governments. One of the things that we certainly watch for are local bills that directly impact you, the Commission, your operations here. If you have priorities or have items in that area that you are aware of, obviously we need to start running local ads to make sure we get those pieces of local legislation in, or if there's something that's introduced that's adverse to you, we'd want to be aware of that in order to work with your delegation as well. So, Skin?
Last thing I wanted to mention, there has been one piece of legislation introduced this year, House Bill 932. And that deals with the Department of Community Affairs in terms of tax credits and grants. And it expands the certain areas in the state of Georgia that can be eligible for these. And it mentions that any county that contains a federal military installation with at least 5,000 federal or military personnel would be eligible if that is the case in 2025 or 2026. I know Fort Gillem closed, I think, in 2011. And but I think it is still used from a federal standpoint, even though part of it's being developed for industrial use. I think I did a little research on this. They use part of it as an evidence storage facility, federal cases. And what I'd like to explore with y'all, we can talk about this in more detail later, but possibly looking if we see if we can amend that piece of legislation to expand it to include a former military installation so that Clayton County, at least that area of Clayton County, would be eligible for some of these benefits. So we review each piece of legislation that's introduced every day. This one caught our attention. I want to bring it to your attention, and we can discuss that further. It's very early in the process, so we've got time to try to work on this, but we'll look forward to getting your thoughts on it and seeing what we can do. So the final thing I'll mention is the concern y'all had obviously about the loss of funds on your jet fuel and property tax vis-a-vis the airport. Representative Berno provided me with this treatise that was put together, pretty interesting. A lot of work went into this. And we reviewed it, and Boyd and I are scheduled to meet with her early next week when the legislature convenes again to talk about this and talk about next steps going forward. That's something we talked about in general at that legislative meeting back in December. So we have tried to hit the ground running for y'all, get some things done, and we look forward to hearing back from you on these meetings. We'll get those set up, and at this time, Mr. Pettit and I'd be glad to stand for any questions if there are any. If not, hopefully we're looking forward to a good session.
All right, board members, are there any questions at this time?
Yes.
All right, I'll start to the left of me.
Thank you for that
Commissioner.
update. Was it House Bill 932
Yes, sir.
that you're speaking about? Who is authoring that? Can you remember?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
it's yeah, I'm trying,
I'll look it up.
I'll have to let you know.
Thank you.
It was obviously not a member of the Clayton delegation. I do know Representative Newton from Augusta's a
Newton, yes, Newton from
co-sponsor.
Augusta.
Yeah, Newton's on there. There are 2 or 3, and I will,
Deloach is on here, Ballard is on here.
yep,
Bonnet is on here, and so it's Ballard, Bonnet, Newton, and Deloach.
yes, Beloit's down in South Georgia. But I will tell you, we've got some strong sponsors on that bill, so I think the bill's got a chance to move, and that's why we want to see if we can, as we call it at the Capitol, if we can catch a ride on it.
There you go. Love it. Thank you.
How many employees,
Commissioner.
federal employees with the?
5,000 is what the bill says. But again, if we can tweak that language, it may be perhaps saying something if it formerly had a certain number, because you're talking about a limited time here. You're only talking about 1 or 2 years to get us eligible, not forever. And if we can work with them to see if that is acceptable, then we'll talk to the commissioner of DCA as well.
Or since there's still some work going as far as the.
Correct.
Fort Gillum was concerned, so maybe that would be an angle.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, my question is regarding transportation. How soon do you need that information?
As soon as you can get it.
Okay, because whenever we do it, I would like to include lights on
Lights on
75 from Morrow to Old Dixie up through that area.
Yes.
It gets really dark once you pass Morrow. So, and I've been singing that for a while now. So
Well,
maybe they'll listen.
That's the kind of thing, if y'all will get together on that. What DOT in our experience over the years is, if they see that the commission comes to them united in agreement on a particular list, that goes a long way on trying to get that list satisfied.
Thank you.
All right.
Not a
Commissioner?
question, but more of a comment for Mr. Stanford. Is it possible that we can add these items to gather these lists for our board retreat Friday?
So Commissioner, the facilitators are looking to have a very broad discussion around priorities for the board. We can certainly ask the facilitators to see if they can work some of this in. So we will make that ask after the board meeting tonight to see where they can work in for us.
Thank you.
Yeah. And also, can you have Mr. Matarco to bring any streets part, like lights and things? We should have a list of all of our lights and things like that we want, roads that we want to be paved, all of that. Can we have him to bring that list as well? Mr. Matarco?
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
That's good timing.
Perfect.
Yep, perfect. All right. Commissioner
Anything?
Reeves, you got any questions?
No.
You good? Okay. All right. Any other questions at this time? All right, we'll get that list, all those lists to you, and then we'll go
And
from
we'll
there.
get those dates and get those meetings
And the
set.
dates and the meetings as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the commission. Y'all have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you.
too.
You have a good day. All right. All right, next on the agenda will be, our public comment. Before we do go into public comments, are there any public officials that are here today? All right, please stand up. We have Ms. Joy Tellis Cooper, and she is the District 8 School Board member. See, I remember those districts. I'm good. All right, let's give her a round of applause, please, for coming out tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, will you please read the public comment?
Citizens will be given a 3-minute maximum time limit to speak before the Board of Commissioners. Please note that all public comments must be limited to matters on the agenda or over matters which the governing body has jurisdiction. Speakers must maintain a decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks, upon board members shouting and using obscene language. Following 30 minutes of hearing from the public, the Board of Commissioners will allow the remainder of the citizens who signed up to be heard at the next Tuesday's board meeting.
All right, thank you. First on the agenda is Dr. Henry Anderson.
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. In balancing my Clayton County Board of Commissioners Citizens of Performance evaluation of all 5 of you, our Clayton County Board of Commissioners, and giving you recognition, praise, accolades, and applaud on the good things and decisions that all 5 of you have done and made, both individually and collectively. My praise spotlight is on my District 3 Commissioner, Mrs. Tasha Allen. Commissioner Allen, you have had numerous events, happenings, and programs in our District Number 3, which I will now mention 6 of them. Number 1, your town hall meeting held last year, Tuesday, January 20, 2025, on House Bill 581. Number 2, your town hall meeting held last year, Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, on flooding in Clayton County, challenges and solutions. Number 3, your 2 District 3 walk and talk events held on Saturday morning, March 29th and May 31st, 2025, respectively. Number 4, your town hall meeting held last year, Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, on pedestrian safety. Number 5, the Panhandle Park Playground Upgrade Ribbon Cutting Ceremony held last year on Friday, June 13, 2025. Number 6, your District 3 Plaza Cleanup event held last year, Saturday, August the 9th, 2025. But your greatest achievement and success is you creating and implementing for your District 3 residents the first of its kind Citizens Academy 10-month community education program, where this academy will help Clayton County residents understand better how Clayton County government works for us, the citizens of Clayton County. When I saw your Citizens Academy program first advertised in our Clayton County Board of Commissioners external e-newsletter that was sent out on last month, Thursday, December 18, 2025, I immediately signed up later that evening. Here's my District 3 Citizens Academy registration form documentation proof email confirmation that was sent to me early morning, Friday, December 19, 2025 at 1:02 a.m., confirming my registration for the Academy. Commissioner Allen, you and your District 3 constituent aide, executive aide, and assistant Mrs. Yolanda Alexander have done a truly outstanding, amazing, wonderful, and exceptional thing for all of us in District Number 3 in putting together and implementing a first-of-its-kind Clayton County Citizens Academy that no other commissioner or chairperson in my 25 years of attending Clayton County Board of Commissioners meetings have ever done, period. Commissioner Allen, you and Yolanda are to be recognized, commended, acknowledged, praised, and applauded for this academy for our District 3 Clayton County citizens. For your job extremely well done, Commissioner Allen, you and Yolanda have earned my green folder of success. Congratulations to you both.
I'll save you a seat in the front row.
All right.
All right, thank you, Dr. Anderson. Next is Teresa Talley.
Teresa Talley, District 3, Hampton, Georgia. When did Clayton County start allowing Henry County to promote their new homes in Clayton County? There are 2 huge signs on the top end of Terra Boulevard and 1 sign in Lovejoy promoting free advertisement. These homes are not in Clayton County. They are in Henry County. I notified GDOT months ago. They removed the big signs, and now they are back. This is a bold move with complete knowledge that this subdivision is not located in Clayton. It's insulting to the builders who are paying taxes for the land in the county. It's disturbing, concerning, and confusing to see this subdivision posted on Terra Boulevard, which is the main highway in Clayton. How is this builder able to make holes, put down concrete, and put these big signs up? Who authorized this? There was a billboard with this subdivision. Now it's gone. Why pay if you could get it for free? This is the thinking that a lot of the other people are, that's why they're putting their signs on the utility poles and the right-of-ways. These signs needs to be removed ASAP. There is no consequences with these actions. There are several utility poles on Terrell Boulevard, McDonough Road, and Panhandle Road where the wires are just hanging from the top, they're on the ground. This would cause electrocution, fire hazard, vehicle accident, weather problems, and public safeties. This is a Georgia law. Why does it look like this? This is everywhere. District 3 has been hit extremely hard. I shouldn't have to call Georgia Power, the wire. I mean, that's not my job. But I do think you all need to find out the problem. I shouldn't have to call the governor's office, but it's a major problem. All you have to do is just go down Panhandle Road, McDonough Road, and Terrell Boulevard to see how the wires are hanging. But this Henry County subdivision that's posted on Terrell Boulevard, I need you all to look at that too.
Thank you, Ms. Sally.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Your comments are duly noted. Next is Ms. Pugh, and I know Ms. Pugh did the invocation, so I know she probably didn't want to come up for public comments. So I'm going to move on to Ms. Judith Cotton.
Madam Clerk, Judith Cotton, unincorporated Jonesboro, District 4. Good evening, Madam Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners Allen, Hambrick, and Davis. So I have a direct question for Commissioner Davis tonight. As a concerned representative of District 4, I want to understand why you voted against the forensic audit of Clayton County Sheriff's Office. This decision raises serious concerns among myself and other constituents. We expect you to uphold accountability and transparency in our local government. What harm could possibly come from ensuring that our operations are above reproach? It is troubling enough that you, Commissioner Davis, along with Commissioner Reeves from District 1, voted against the essential audit. Moreover, it is deeply unfortunate that the citizens of District 3 were left without representation during this critical vote due to Commissioner Allen's abstention stemming from familiar ties. It is astonishing that you believe the constituents of District 4 do not want a forensic audit. Is it because of your known past bank fraud criminal convictions that you sympathize with the sheriff? Is that why you voted no? Commissioner Davis, on what basis did you make your decision to vote no? It certainly does not reflect the best interests of the citizens. Perhaps it serves your interests, but it fails to serve ours. The constituents of District 4 have a right to expect from you care, loyalty, and obedience. We demand that your decisions prioritize the best interests of the citizens of District 4 and all of Clayton County. Your duty is to place our needs above your personal or professional interests. Let's be unequivocal. An audit is warranted when there are accusations of financial discrepancies, misappropriation, or potential waste, fraud, and abuse. Once again, Commissioner Davis, I ask, why do you believe a forensic audit is not needed? And that is a question. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Next will be Mr. David Hamrick.
Madam Clerk, Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners, good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
You know, as the end of football season shows up, unfortunately, some people are not with us anymore. And I don't mean spiritually, I mean their jobs are gone. You see, in the real world, If you don't produce, if you're not accountable, you're gone. The NFL can also stand for not for long if you don't produce in your careers. Unfortunately, we have a lot of folks here in the county who, unbeknownst to us, can get away with not doing their job, being incompetent at their job, overrunning their budget, and coming back to the taxpayers for more money. And yet, these people are in protective custody because they don't lose their jobs. Unlike in the real world, as 8 coaches have found out, along with our coach for the Falcons and general manager, and just the other day, lo and behold, the Bills fired their coach. Out here in the real world, we expect productivity, we expect a value for our dollar. As an investor, I don't spend money to make money, I invest money to make money because I expect a return. When people are put into positions, we do expect a return on whether it's our vote or our trust. We're looking at all these townhouses coming into Clayton County. I know 118 on District 3, plus another 150 on Terra Boulevard are not even started yet for a reason. Unfortunately, according to the Affordable Housing Hub, Clayton County Public Housing has 50 available units, Section 8 at 80, Clayton Low Income Housing at 26. This is derived information from the Affordable Housing Hub. Why do we need to build more? I would like to hope that we could take this moratorium and extend it for 6 more months. As Riverdale seems to be inundated with, well, I chewed that word up good, we have a new housing complex, 70 units, hopefully, for our 62 and above people, opened February 26th with another apartment complex just around the corner. The bad thing is Riverdale is at a 12% poverty level at a 93% occupied level. This comes from the census reporter, and I cross-matched it with Data USA. Jonesboro, poverty level 31.5%, Morrow at 20%. As we build more and more apartments and townhouses, we've gone from a 15% poverty to 16.7. Now think about that. What is the correlation between the way we're running this county and our poverty levels increasing? Just a little thought. As always, thank you for your courtesy. Thank you for your time. David Hamrick, District 3.
Thank you, Mr. Hamrick. Next is Mr. Mickey Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated, Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, and members of the Board of Commissioners. What I'd like to speak about is what the lobbyists who were just up here spoke about in obtaining grants for us in Clayton County. And they mentioned that if a military operation has 5,000 or more, would be entitled to these grants. What I want to make you aware of is being able to obtain those numbers. And I'm sure that when they mentioned that, you were thinking of the facility near the Kroger warehouse on the west end of Fort Gillem. However, don't forget, in order to obtain that 5,000 number of people, there is also an armory, a National Guard armory on the east side of Fort Gillem on Highway 42. And also to reach that 5,000 of military people in active duty, don't forget to mention the active duty members of the Guard or people who serve in the Guard, not in those facilities, but in other facilities to help you reach that 5,000 number. That's all I wanted to bring forward to these remarks.
All right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Next will be China McLean.
Good evening. I want to start by saying I don't enjoy public speaking, and I'm not here with another bonsai tree today, but to speak about visibility, peace, and solutions. I understand that governing is not easy. I understand that no one person, no one department, nor one or twice a month meeting will fix the systematic issues, but it is a start. I also want to acknowledge something this county recently did very well. When the monks walked through Clayton County for peace in their orange robes, this community showed up. People lined the street, and the county honored them. There was unity, and that mattered. But I want to share something with you from a place of respect and not criticism. For 1,025 days, I have been walking this county too, in orange. Not passing through, not visiting, but living here. I've been wearing this same color orange, not as a symbol of peace alone, but as a symbol of loss, advocacy, and prevention. I walked first for my son, a Clayton County resident, a vibrant member of this community who lost his life giving back, giving jobs, feeding the community, cutting hair for free. And I walk in the hope that no other mother has to join this statistics. My son was one too many. So I ask this, not to provoke, but to prioritize. What is more relevant to the people who live here, those that's just passing through, or the gun violence impacting our families here? June is Gun Violence Awareness Month, and I made that very clear publicly, directly, and yet there has not been one county-level acknowledgement in the 3 years after my son was killed. I don't mind honoring people passing through, but I need to ask, what about the people that live here? What about the families who's been here? And what about the lives that have permanently changed here? My son is gone, but my voice is still here. And I'm walking for peace too. I had a court system that asked me, where's one of my son's accusers? 3 days before court. He's in Macon County where you sent him. Why are you asking me? I'm the victim. I had the DA telling me that shooting in a school zone was a misdemeanor and not a felony. I had our state representative this session fighting for lemon peppers to be our state flavor and for marijuana to be legalized last session instead of a gun proposal bill that I have asked him to consider. Don't fight for my child to get full or to get high. Please fight for my child to live. The Constitution begins with we the people. What about me? Me the people too. Me the people. The federal government has launched ICE, but here in Clayton County, we have not
Thank you,
justice,
Ms.
but
McClain.
just
Your
ICE.
time is up. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Next is Ms. Joy Tellis Cooper.
Madam Clerk, Joy Tellis Cooper, District 1, Chairwoman Anderson, Vice Chair Reeves, and Council and Commissioners. I'm Joy Tellis Cooper, BOE District 8 of the School Board. I'm coming to invite you and the community out to the 3rd Annual Heart Health Expo that will be held on February the 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Morrow Community Room, located at 5900 Reynolds Road in Morrow. This event is in partnership with Morrow City Councilwoman Hugh Wynn. This event started as a way to keep my brother Jonathan Russian's legacy alive. He passed away due to complications from heart surgery in December of 2022. What started as a healing process for me and trying to learn more about heart health and prevention turned into something so much more. It fueled me not only to take precautions with myself, but to also advocate and inform members of the community on heart health and prevention. So please consider becoming a vendor, offering your services, or coming out and supporting this event during Heart Health Awareness Month in February. I've shared the flyer with Chairwoman Anderson to distribute. And as always, thank you, BOC, for always partnering and having a healthy relationship with the BOE. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Cooper, our new vice chair is.
Oh, I am sorry,
All right,
Vice Chair, sorry about that.
All right.
Correction.
Thank you. Our next is Mr. Brian Cheeks. Hey, Mr. Cheeks.
Madam Clerk, Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Morrow, Georgia. Chairwoman, Vice Chair, and Commissioners, good evening. I come to you today speaking on a somber note, and it's in reference to the speed limit on Riverdale Road from the Riverdale city limit to 285. And I'm referencing one of our youth that was tragically killed on December 28th by a speeding vehicle. I used to live in District 2 and regularly saw cars flying. We know the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. We know that's also a state road. However, no one should lose their life just crossing the street. I'm asking the Board of Commissioners to consider and using the assistance of our lobbyists to lower that speed limit from 45 miles an hour to 40 miles an hour. It is a big jump from the Riverdale city limit of 35 miles an hour to 45 within the Riverdale city limit and 45 continuing all the way till you get to the airport. Now, we can't bring that 10-year-old back. However, we can at least do some justice in lowering that speed limit down 5 miles to try to curb some of the speeding on Riverdale Road, and in hopes that no more lives are lost. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chief. Next is Daniel Milwee.
Hello, Daniel Milwee. I have no idea what district I'm in, but I'm in Jonesboro on Scarlet Drive. I'm here to complain about animal control. We have a dog that was dropped off in our neighborhood in October. We've been calling since then to try to get it, and they said, oh, we can't, we're full. Since October, they've been full. Come on. We may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. Something's got to happen. Now, that's a female. Now, a male dog showed up last week. So pretty soon, we're probably going to end up with puppies. Then we're going to have more of a problem. Kids walk down the street carrying sticks to go to school or to catch the bus. Nobody can drive or go down the road with walking or riding a bicycle. I've had packages dropped off. They take the packages off the porch. Some people just throw them in the driveway or in the yard. Something's got to happen. I mean, please do something. I don't know who's in charge of that, but somebody please do something before somebody gets bit. If they get bit, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to let them know that I have talked to y'all about it. And I'm sure they'll be wanting some money or something.
Are you through with your comments, Mr. Milwee?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to send you back to Chief Roberts, and he will speak with you about animal control, all right, and the issues that you're having in your neighborhood. So if you go right back there to the back, Chief Roberts will take care of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next will be Demetrius Collins.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Vice Chair. Who's the new Vice Chair?
Okay,
Vice Chair. All right, and the other commissioners. Clerk, District 1, Demetrius Collins, unincorporated Ellenwood. Okay, I'm a proud resident of Clayton County, District 1. I appreciate the opportunity to speak today because what I'm raising is not about politics or personalities. It's about trust, transparency, and a shared responsibility to the people we serve. I want to start by saying this plainly. Audits is not always a bad thing. I've owned and operated multiple corporations over the years. I've been audited, and you know what? Those audits were actually a good thing. They showed me where my record keeping could improve. They showed me where my systems were weak and how to operate more efficiently. As a result, I became more organized, more accountable, and ultimately saved money in the long run. Now, if I had been hiding something, that would be completely different. The outcome would have been different. But when everything is above board, transparency strengthens credibility. It does not weaken it. That is why I stand here today deeply concerned about the lack of transparency surrounding financial records and the vote to keep these financial records concealed. I want to be very clear. I'm not accusing anyone of any wrongdoing. I'm asking the question that many of my neighbors are asking, and that is, as a constituent of District 1, I have spoken to countless residents, businesses, parents, seniors, faith leaders, and the question I hear over and over again is, why? Why did our District 1 commissioner feel it was necessary to vote against making these financial records public? What is the reasoning behind this? And how does keeping those records concealed serve the best interests of the people of Clayton County? Transparency should not be something the public has to fight for. It should be something we offer freely, especially when trust in the government is already a little fragile. If everything is in order, then an audit or disclosure should only confirm integrity, not threaten it. And if there are areas that need improvement, these transparencies give us the opportunity to fix them. Clayton County deserves better leadership that's not afraid. Clayton County deserves answers and not silence. And the people deserve to know that their government has nothing to hide. I respectfully ask our District 1 Commissioner to explain the reasoning behind the vote and recommit to transparency, accountability, and open government.
Sir, your
Thank you
time
for
is
your
up.
time. Demetrius Collins.
Your time is up. Thank you.
All right.
All right, next will be Aiden Brooks.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners. My name is Aiden Brooks, and I'm the chairman of the Clayton County Youth Commission and a proud resident of District 4 in unincorporated Riverdale. I would like to go on the record and formally invite the youth of Clayton County to the Love and Identity Summit on February 7th, 2026 at the Flint River Community Center, which is at 153 Flint River Road in Riverdale. It will be happening from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In addition, we would also like to extend an invitation for rising 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders to apply for the 2026 through 2027 Youth Commission term. Our interest meetings will be on February 10th from 5 p.m. to 6:30 at the Jim Huey Recreation Center, and on February 12th, 2026 from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at Virginia Burton Gray Recreation Center in Riverdale. Thank you for your dedication to our community and the Office of Youth Services.
Thank you, Aiden. And also, Aiden, before you leave, I just want to say thank you all for everything to the Youth Commission. You all had a mental health summit on
this past
Saturday.
we
Yes,
had
past
one at,
Saturday.
Flint River.
Okay, well, again, thank you, and again, you know, mental health is a big thing that we are focusing on in the community, and so thank you all. Let's give our youth commissioners a round of applause for the great things that they're doing in this community. We have to continue to support our youth. Thank you so much, Aiden.
Thank you all.
All right, you have a great evening. At this time, this ends our public comment. I just want to say to all of the participants and everyone who has come up, your comments are duly noted, and thank you for coming out tonight. Next, we will move on from our public comments to our consent agenda. And at this time, I need a motion for the consent agenda at this time.
So move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, I'm sorry, I meant to say approve. Second. All right. Second, all right, is there any more discussion? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next, we will move to item 9 and 10 from our regular agenda, and item 9. All right. Ms. Jackson?
Good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioners. Budget Amendment 2-25 recognizes revenue from the red light camera fines and applies it towards the red light camera expenses to send the tickets via certified mail. This amendment also appropriates funds for guardrail and traffic signal repairs.
All right, board members, before we vote on this, is there any discussion at this time?
Oh, yes, I had a few
Commissioner
questions.
Reeves?
So you had mentioned that so all the expenses, the $45,000 for the certified mail, though that is being funded by, I guess, the revenue from the red light traffic cameras?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm trying to get a better understanding about the budget amendment, since the details I received in my book said this was coming from general fund. So I just wanted to get a better understanding of, is this something that is coming from general fund, or is what is the associated revenue?
Those revenues are a part of the general fund. The general fund has a list of revenues, and these two are amongst the general fund. They are not an appropriation from fund balance, though.
Thank you. That's my only question.
All right. At this time, I need a motion to approve Budget Amendment 2-25.
So moved.
I second it. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next is Budget Amendment 2-55, Item 10.
Budget Amendment 2-55 amends the budget for additional claims expense for fiscal year 2025 within the Workers' Compensation Fund.
All right. Commissioner Reeves, do you have any questions at this time?
I do. So I know I have asked this question before. It is regarding expenses from FY 2025. Since I know we are almost halfway through FY 2026, I just want to get a better understanding of how we are still, I guess, rectifying expenses from FY 2025. I just wanted a better clarification on that.
Yes. If we get an invoice in at a certain time of the end of the fiscal year, after the fiscal year end, it has to be accrued back into the fiscal year if it was material and if it was within a certain time frame. And this was within the time frame and needed to be amended to cover those expenses within the Workers' Compensation Fund. So the revenue that's paid into that fund will go to cover that claims expense.
All right. Thank you.
Any more discussion at this time, board members? All right, at this time, I need a motion to approve Budget Amendment 2-55.
So moved.
All right, I second it. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Next, we will move on to item 18 for our board appointment. Board of Appeals. Ms. Quinn Howard's appointment with the Board of Appeals expired on December 31st, 2025. The new term will be for 3 years until December 31st, 2028. Commissioner Reeves, what's your pleasure?
Oh, I'll be holding that appointment until February 17th.
Okay. All right, we will hold it. Madam Clerk, you have that?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Next is item 19, board appointment to the Clayton County Board of Health. Dr. Richard Wright's term expired on December 31st, 2025. The term is for 6 years and will expire on December 31st, 2031. Board members, is there, do you all have anyone that you would like to appoint for the Clayton County Board of Health at this time?
Yes.
All right.
I'd like to move to reappoint Dr. Richard Wright to another term.
Second.
All right. So I did want to, well, I'll let Chuck clarify that with Dr. Wright, because there were some issues. Have you spoken with him?
No, I have not.
Okay, because there were some issues with him not coming to the meetings, and so what do we need to do with that?
I wasn't aware. Go ahead.
He wasn't aware of them.
No.
Okay, well, I guess there's two ways you can do it. You can either keep the motion on the table, then monitor and see if he shows up, and then if he doesn't, then you can, remove him pursuant to your regular removal process, or you can withdraw the motion and identify somebody else, or hold it till you want to apply somebody else.
Yeah, usually what we do is we get a notification of the board wanting to remove folks because of not showing up.
Yeah, we have a
We
new,
not received
we have a
that.
new person that's over the board now, over, the, health department. So I don't know if she sent a notification or not, but we'll check in. So do you want to keep them on there
I
and
would say
then?
let's just hold that.
Okay.
Until we get
Yeah.
notification that they have not been in attendance.
Yes. All right.
Did you want to withdraw your motion then?
Sure, yeah, I
Okay.
withdraw, so we can just hold it.
All right. So at this time, the motion is to withdraw, and we will hold it. Do y'all want to hold it until February 17th?
That'd be,
That
whenever
work?
we get that. That's,
You good with that, Mr. Reed? We can hold it till February, board members, y'all good with February 17th? All right, I'm just looking at our parliamentarian, okay? All right, next is board appointment to the Code Enforcement Board, full board at large. Teresa Talley resigned. Her term expires on July 16, 2028. At this time, I need a motion for the Code Enforcement Board. And I'll make a motion that we appoint Ms. Marie Grisby to the Code Enforcement Board.
I'll second that motion.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is item 21, board appointment to the Department of Behavioral Health and Disabilities Board. Tracy Burney's appointment expired on August 20th, 2025. The next term is for 3 years. I am going to hold that one until February 17th. All right. Item 22, board appointment to the Clayton County Sports and Entertainment Council, 1-year term. Commissioner Reeves, what is your pleasure?
I would like to nominate Miss Linda Browning for the 1-year appointment.
I second the motion. Is there any discussion at this time? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Item 23, board appointment to the Clayton County Sports and Entertainment Council, 2-year term. Commissioner Reeves.
I would like to appoint Mr. Malcolm Mackey.
All right. Can we get a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is the board appointment to the Veterans Board. Dr. Olivia Smith resigned from the Veterans Advisory Board, and the existing term will expire on June 6, 2026. At this time, I would like to appoint Mr. Kenneth Gilmore to the Veterans Advisory Board.
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is board appointment to the Veterans Advisory Board. Herbert Ward resigned from the Veterans Advisory Board. The existing term will expire on June 6, 2026. I'm going to hold that until February 17th. All right. At this time, Madam Clerk, will you please read the zoning rules? We're going to move into our zoning meetings.
Citizens may speak for or against an item that is considered by law to be a zoning decision. Each side will have 10 minutes to present its case. In the event there is more than one speaker per side, speakers must divide their time to complete their full presentation in 10-minute time allotment. And when their time is up, they must cease speaking and leave the podium. Applicants and citizens in favor of an item will speak first. Applicants may use all of the time allotted or reserve time for a rebuttal. Opponents of zoning decision items shall have no right for a rebuttal. When speaking, speak directly into the microphone and begin by stating your name, address, and the name of any organization you represent. Please be reminded that abusive, derogatory, or offensive language will not be permitted.
All right. Will the consultant please come up? Are you there?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Haven't seen you guys since 2025.
All right.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners. The first case before us is BOC-2506-0520, a request by Battle Law PC to amend the future land use map category for 655 and 709 McDonough Road, Hampton, Georgia, 30228, from agriculture to conservation residential for 119 single-family detached lots The subject property consists of 120 acres, further known as parcel numbers listed in the agenda, and located at the intersection of McDonough Road and New Hope Road. The planning and zoning consultants has recommended denial. The applicant is here tonight, and the applicant is asking to defer this to February 17th.
So this is Commissioner Allen. So at this time, are you good with that, Commissioner?
No.
Commissioner Allen? You want to go
I
forward?
want to go through.
You want to go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Come on up. Is the applicant here? Come on up. Good evening.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Josh Mahoney. I'm an attorney at Battle Law PC 3562 Habersham in North Lake in Tucker, Georgia. Here this evening on behalf of the applicant to discuss this group of applications. This has been a matter that we've been...
So how much time will you need for rebuttal?
I will save 2 minutes for rebuttal.
You said how many?
2 minutes, please.
2 minutes, okay.
Yes.
So 8 minutes. Let them set the time. All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a matter that we've been working on for quite some time. We've kind of worked our way up here to today to finally get this before you. The property in question is here on McDonough Road. It's quite a large piece of property. It was once used by the current owner to farm. However, he's no longer farming on the land, and his family is no longer looking to farm on the land, so he's trying to sell his property. My client's looking to develop the land. He's got a site plan that shows 117 new single-family detached homes on roughly 9,000 square foot lots. This was one issue that came up at the last public hearing, the ZAG meeting, where our plan showed that we were meeting the minimum for the zoning district, which is only 6,000 square feet. Several community members spoke in opposition at that meeting because they felt that our lot sizes were not comparable to those in Garner's Ridge to the east there. However, after that meeting, we got with our engineer, and our engineer was able to tell us, hey, that's just the minimum we're showing on our plan. We're actually having an average of 9,000 square foot lots, which are a little bit bigger, actually, than the Garner's Ridge lots. With some lots reaching upwards of, I think, 10 and a half, 11,000 square feet. And so the reason that I've asked for the deferral this evening is because, Commissioner Allen, we received some images from you and you expressed some concerns about those images. We wanted some time to make sure that we could address those images and the concerns that came about as a result of those. And so I'm here this evening to ask for that deferral so that we can spend some time working on that with you.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
All right, and at this time, is there anyone who is in favor of this item? Anyone who's in favor of this item? All right, seeing none, we will move on. Is there anyone who is in opposition of this item? I'm gonna let them reset it.
Madam Chair, I'd like to say something.
So are you in favor or opposition?
Opposition.
All right. You can come up, Mr. Garber. I'm gonna let him reset the clock for 10 minutes.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated, Rex, Georgia, District 1. Members of the board, let me just help you here a little bit. What is not stated on this subject number 26 BOC 2506-0520 is you're not telling the people what kind of single family residential you want there. They're not stating housing 110 building code or 180 or so on and so forth. Let me remind you that there are other people that live around that area and their wealth needs to be protected. And if you don't build something bigger and better their wealth is destroyed. And since your advisory groups recommended denial, and the reason they gave was the proposal fails to fully implement the ordinances intended, your ordinances must be protected. That's what gives us cohesiveness here to build better, bigger, and better, not lesser and lesser to oblivion. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Single-family detached lots is what we need, however, not the way that I have read this, Commissioner Allen. The proposal lacks the design clarity to ensure protection of rural character. And then I look at the applicant is proposing 1 point egress for 117 homes. There need to be 2 points. I am very displeased with builders coming into this county, even with doing single family detached lots that I like, not following what you all have paid for, that you all have empowered the planning and zoning department to do in terms of their recommendations following our rules. It is just that simple. So from looking at this, I'm in agreement with planning and zoning, the advisory group, and the department on denial. And I will say, Commissioner Allen, you have letting this go forward, so I will see how you will vote. But again, I am tired of these people being out of order with what we do. They don't follow our rules. They want to do what they want to do. It's just that simple. So I hope that your decision will be denial.
Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this?
David Hamrick, District 3. I am definitely in opposition for those houses, and I'm definitely in favor of the denial going forward. For anybody that hasn't been down there, we've had repetition flooding problems. And if you could pull that back up, you'll see where Hurricane Creek is. Hurricane Creek, unfortunately, is stagnant water that breeds mosquitoes, and there have been possible contamination deaths due to mosquito-borne illnesses transmitting to animals. The vets are doing autopsies right now to see if there is something that connects the two. We know we've had a flooding problem down there. Our water department wants unfortunately, the landowners, but the landowners, as we found out here in the Board of Commissioners with the data center, they're suggesting the landowners commit a felony by touching that waterway, because it is against federal law to do that. Just because it goes for their property, they cannot clean that up themselves without having the Army Corps of Engineers and the state review and activate this. So please, I'll speak again on the next one, on number 27, because they both tie in together unless we're going to do them both.
Just one at a time, sir.
One at a time. Fantastic.
All right.
Please, let's go forward with the denial.
Is there anyone else who's in opposition? Come up, sir.
How you doing? Chris Gallagher, District 3. Yeah, I'm against it because already we have such problems on McDonough Road that it is so congested that they've been debating for years about widening the road, and they're going to be building all these more homes, put more traffic on the road when they're already having a hard time handling the traffic there too. And I'd also like to see better quality homes built in, Clayton County, like more four-sided brick homes there. They don't have to worry about down the road, especially as they get elderly in age there. About every so many years, paying a lot of money to repaint the house there because it's brick and that, and it's not that much more, you know, and I don't think we could handle the traffic there, so I'd recommend a denial of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gallo. All right. Anyone else in opposition? All right. Seeing none, will the applicant please come back up? All right, we're going to set the timer. All right, you can go for your rebuttal.
Thank you for this additional time. So I'd like to quickly address as many of these as I can. Starting first with traffic. Of course, you all know that the road is slated to be expanded. Our plan does account for that. We've included space for that road expansion. So that is, our plan is not going to stop that. With one point of ingress and egress, I heard a comment saying that's required. The code says that it's required if the planning department requires it. We haven't been told that it's required. We've been it's come up. If that's something that we need to do, that's certainly something that we can do. However, we would need the deferral in order to make that change on our plan. As for the flooding, those are the images that I alluded to in my original presentation. We're looking to address that flooding by looking at our plan, looking at our flood plan, to show that we are not going to encroach into that area and not be committing any felony by touching that space. That's not in our plan. We're not looking to do that. We're well outside of that area. But we can put something together to adequately demonstrate that. I heard early on that we need to build bigger and better. I stated in my presentation, our lots are a little bit bigger than those in Garner's Ridge that was cited in some of the other presentations. So we are bringing a bigger lot. And with that, I think I've hit as many as I can. I would ask commissioners, if we're not able to do the deferral tonight, that instead that we would go with a withdrawal rather than a denial. If we can't do the deferral, a withdrawal instead rather than a denial. With that, I will end my time. I've got 10 seconds left anyways.
Thank you. All right. All right, Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure?
Quick question. Attorney Reed, can I make the, are they supposed to make the withdrawal or?
They can make the request to withdraw. I understand the reason why they might want to do that as opposed to denial, but it's up to the board as to whether you will accept the withdrawal.
Okay, well, I'm going to deny it. The reason being is thank you guys for wanting to bring such a beautiful development to Clayton County, but my issue is the solution you guys have, for me, there's no guarantee. So when these houses are built, it's on private property, and say, for instance, flooding does happen, it's private property. We as the county cannot do anything on private property, and that's the issue that we are having now in that area. So thank you, and I would like to make the motion to deny BOC 2506-0520.
Commissioner, if I could.
That's it.
I'm sorry, this time you can't make comments. Can we get a second on that denial?
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries.
The next item is BOC-2506-0521, a request by Battle Law PC to rezone 655 and 709 McDonough Road, Hampton, Georgia 30228 from agriculture to ER Estate Residential to CS Conservation Subdivision for 117 single-family detached lots. The subject property consists of 120 acres, further known as parcels numbers listed in your agenda. It is located at the intersection of McDonough Road and New Hope Road, and this property is in Commission 3, Tasha Allen's district. Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial, And the reason for denial is that applicant is providing 1 point of ingress egress from 417 homes. There needs to be 2 points of egress for lots 40 or more per section 86.150.g. There are some outstanding issues on the land development side that applicant will need to resolve before moving forward. On January 5th, 2026, the Zoning Advisory Group recommended denial for the following reasons. The applicant, the reasons that was read in the record. And previously, we did get a request from the applicant to table this to February. We can go through the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. This is the site plan showing the layout of the property. We can go to the next screen. And this is showing the site plan. So the previous screen showed the 2 points of ingress egress that were previously submitted to staff. And this is the newest site plan showing 1 ingress egress. And here is just a map showing Garner's Ridge across the street. That was one of the comparisons made in the discussion at the Zoning Advisory Group meeting. And here are elevations that was submitted to staff. So again, our recommendation is denial, and Zoning Advisory Group also recommended denial. The applicant is here.
All right, will the applicant please come forward?
Good evening, Commissioners. Josh Mahoney, Battle LPC. It's my understanding that without the land use amendment, this rezoning automatically fails, so I don't have anything else to say.
All right. All right. And at this time, is there anyone who is for this item? You didn't want to do, you didn't want any rebuttal? Did you want to do rebuttal?
Does it do anything? I would again ask for a withdrawal of the rezoning application if that's.
Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure? Commissioner Allen?
I would like to make a motion to deny VOC.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute, you can't.
If you're gonna consider, you have to go through the whole.
We have to
Oh,
still
yeah,
go
I'm
through the
sorry.
whole thing.
I'm ready to get this over with. Okay. We can go.
Do we have to have
All right. So, so is there anyone who is, you all can set the 10 minutes, and then, is there anyone who is in favor of this item? All right. Is there anyone who is in opposition of this item? Y'all made it easy.
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. All I would say, Commissioner Allen, is that you made the correct, right, and great decision, and it is good that I'm able to show the green folder on the right, correct, and great decision in this matter.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? Come on up.
David Hamrick, still from District 3 for 40 years. You know, last Thursday, I was representing the National Rifle Association, the Institute for Legislative Action, at the 23rd annual get-together for the Department of Natural Resources. That's where we all come together and stand up to try and protect our streams, waterways, coastal areas, mountains, the habitat where we can go enjoy our resources, and also for our kids, and hopefully, if we do it right, their kids. When you start destroying property like that, the concrete, unfortunately, never comes back to grass. It doesn't hold water. It's not soft. Animals can't graze on it. And when the animals can't exist on the land, the humans are not far behind. Remember, folks, we have to evolve or we will go extinct. So as we look at this, it's a double-edged sword. I understand we want to move the county forward, but we need to slow down our pace. That's why we have a moratorium. Granted, this is exempt from it. But when we look at this, what are we gaining when we lose the land, the trees? Remember, we're supposed to be keeping an eye on global warming. I really don't see that house absorbing a lot of water or the land properly managed. We've lost a lot of farming. We've lost manufacturing, which is what farming is. Growing food that we could go to sell here in the county. Once again, let's follow, if the zoning group gets this right, yes, let's deny this. We need to really sit down and look at our flooding, as I have been down to Turner Road, where the bridge is closed. One way in, one way out. How are you going to get fire equipment down there? How are you going to get them turned around? What if a natural catastrophe happens? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who's in opposition of this item? All right. Seeing none, and since the applicant, you don't want to do rebuttal, so Commissioner Allen, what is your pleasure?
Okay, well, I would like to make a motion to deny BOC 2506-0521.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next, we will move to item 28, public hearing, request to withdraw BOC 2507-0537.
Yes, the next case is BOC-2507-0537, a request by Pretty Little Angels Learning Academy for a conditional use permit initiated in 1975 for a daycare center at 1688 Thrasher Court, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238. The subject property consists of 0.25 acres. It is zoned RS110 Residential Zoning District, further known as parcel number 06098B-B012, and located east of Thrasher Road. This property is in Commission District 3, and as Madam Chair has read, the applicant is seeking to withdraw.
Commissioner Allen, do you want to go forward with the hearing, or do you want to allow the applicant to withdraw?
Oh, yes, so I accept the withdrawal.
Okay. All right. So we have a motion on the floor for withdrawal. And can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is item 29, public hearing, request to withdraw BOT 2510-0576.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Caption reads BOC-2510-0576, a request by Tanya's Beauty Salon for approval of a conditional use permit for a barber shop beauty salon in the GB, better known as General Business Zoning District, at 7434 Terra Boulevard, Unit B, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. The subject property consists of 0.85 acres, further known as parcel number 13178C-B006, and located at the intersection of Terra Boulevard and North Carter Drive. The said property is within the Business Corridor and Terra Boulevard overlay districts. This property is in Commission District 4. The Planning and Zoning Consultants recommend withdrawal. On January 5th, 2026, the Zoning Advisory Group also recommended a withdrawal.
All right. Commissioner Davis, what's your pleasure?
Move to accept the withdrawal.
All right, I second it. Any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is item 30, public hearing. Applicant submitted a request to table to January 20th, 2026.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The caption reads BOC-2403-0403, a request by Het Walker Jordan to amend the future land use map category for 7327 Cullen Drive, extension Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236, from mixed-use commercial industrial to medium-density residential for 67 single-family attached townhomes. The subject property consists of 14.57 acres, further known as parcel number 12080A, A002, and located north of Battle Creek Road between Battle Creek Village Drive and Cullen Drive. This property is located in Commission District 4. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial. On December 1st, the Zoning Advisory Group also recommended denial. We have received notification from the applicant seeking to table this to February 17th, 2026.
Commissioner Davis, what's your pleasure?
Attorney Reed, can we take both of those, the 30 and 31 together?
I apologize. The applicant is seeking to table to March a BOC.
Correct. Can we take both 30 and the next one, 31, together?
Yes, since they
They wanted to, both of them
wanted
to
to
be
table
tabled.
both.
Correct.
I'll go ahead and read the next item in record, and if we can vote separately. Okay. Our attorney said we can vote together. Okay. BOC-2403-0404, a request by Het Walker Jordan to rezone 7327 Cullen Drive, extension Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236, from general business to single-family residential attached townhomes, better known as RTH. For 67 single-family attached townhomes, the subject property consists of 14.57 acres, further known as parcel number 12080A, A002, located north of Battle Creek Road between Battle Creek Village Drive and Cullen Drive. This property is located in District 4.
So, the motion is to table, item 30,
Correct.
2020, I'm sorry, BOC 2403-043 and 2403-0404 until March 20th,
March 17th.
or March 17th, I'm sorry. All right. 2025, all right, March 17th, 2025, all right. You got
That's what I did. That was my motion.
You motion, okay. I
Correct.
second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Item 32, public hearing BOC 2506-0525.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Caption reads BOC-2506-0525, a request by Battle Law PC to amend the future land use map category for 355 Highway 138, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238, from general commercial to medium density residential for 58 single-family attached townhomes. The subject property consists of 6.05 acres, further known as parcel number 13211A, A004, and located between Newberry Drive, Chase Woods Drive, Highway 138, and Riverview Place. This property is located in District 4. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial. We have received notification from the applicant to table to February 17th.
And for this one, if we could go ahead.
All right, is the applicant present? All right. So you want to go ahead with the hearing?
No, they want to withdraw. I'm going to.
You want to withdraw?
Respect that. And also,
Okay.
the next is 3.
It's
for-
33,
they're all
32, 33.
companions. BOC 2506-0526, as well as BOC 2506-0528, and BOC 2506-0527.
That's correct. I was notified today that my client would like to
So, Mr.
withdraw
Re-
these applications.
Correct.
So can we vote on all of those together? Okay. All right, so you make the motion, you're gonna make the she's gonna read them.
Do we need to
You
read
don't have
them
to
all?
read them all. You can just
Yeah, you can
make
just
the
make the
motion.
motion.
Make the motion to withdraw 22, or accept the withdrawal of 32,
33,
33, 34, and 35.
Correct. So I move that we withdraw until February 4th, what, 17th?
Is it a withdrawal or is it a
I'm
table?
sorry, table,
Table.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm sorry, table.
Hold on.
Thank you.
So have the applicant come back up here
Yes,
because
sir.
he said withdrawal. So I want to make sure that that's
He
correct for the
left-
record.
Applicant, can you please come forward? All right, Commissioner Davis would like to table it.
Well, let's go with what
Yeah.
you're asking for, withdraw or table?
To withdraw.
To withdraw. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. I had heard from.
My
Attorney
apologies.
Battle as
I was
well.
speaking
That's
quickly.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So I move that we withdraw 32, 33, 34, as well as 35.
All right, I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is item 36, public hearing BOC 2506-0529.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The caption reads BOC-2506-0529, a request by Bridgeway Homes LLC to amend the future land use map category for 8955 and 8995 Highway 54, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238, from low-density residential to planned unit development for 60 single-family attached townhomes, 40 single-family detached lots, and an existing place of worship. The subject property consists of 28.41 acres, further known as parcel numbers listed in the agenda, and located between Towngate Boulevard and Field Green Drive. This property is located in District 3, Tasha Allen. The Planning and Zoning has recommended approval with conditions. On October 6, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group recommended to approve also with conditions. I did speak to the applicant before the meeting, and the applicant would like to table to March of 2026. The applicant is here.
All right, would the applicant please come forward?
And Madam Chair, just for the record, also 37.
So there's gonna be 36 and 37?
Correct.
All right, and table to March, what date, March 20th? I mean, March 17th, I keep saying 20th. Something big must gonna happen on the 20th, huh? All right, March 17th, all right, and so you like to table to March 17th?
Yes, please, Commissioner.
All right, Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure?
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to table, and this will be the last table for this property, till March 17th.
All right, so that's 36 and 37?
Yes, 36 and 37, yes.
Okay, all right, I second that motion. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Next is item 38, public hearing, BOC 2509-0568.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The caption reads BOC-2509-0568, a request by Battle Law PC to amend the future land use map category for 5850 Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Georgia 30349, from general commercial to mixed use for a mixed-use development with retail for 370 apartment units. The subject property consists of 11.267 acres, further known as parcel number 13105A-A003, located south of the Garden Walk Boulevard and Riverdale Road intersection. This property is in Commission District 2. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended approval with conditions, and those conditions read: the land use change So I apologize. I've moved a little too fast. So this is the future land use map, so there's no conditions. Our recommendation is just approval. On December 1st, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval as well. This is the current site plan that was submitted to staff this morning. And these are elevations of the development. And the development, as mentioned, will consist of 1 and 2 bedroom apartment homes. This is the elevation showing the front and side of the proposed building. And there are material callouts, if you can see those, but they're listed on the site plan. And this is a floor plan showing the 1 bedroom, 1 and 2. Previously, there were 3 bedrooms. The applicant has dropped the 3 bedrooms, so just 1 and 2. Again, elevation showing brick and glass. And same elevation, front and side of the building. And this is a proposed sign, what the sign will look like with once the tenants are there. And these are not the formal or the final tenants that will be there, but just a conception. So the staff has recommended approval with conditions, and we want to read those conditions into the record. Okay.
No conditions.
I'm
It's
moving
okay.
a little too fast, so I apologize again. So we're, again, just speaking of the future land use map, so there's no conditions. But I believe the applicant is here to discuss this case.
All right, will the applicant please come forward? How much time will you need for rebuttal?
Just 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Good evening again.
Hold on, let me let them set the clock. All right, you can begin.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Josh Mahoney, attorney at Battle Law PC 3562, Habersham and Northlake in Tucker, Georgia. On behalf of the applicant, I have some new site plans to share with you all. I'm sharing a new site plan because this project is moving very quickly with updates as recently as this weekend, maybe even today. We've been working tirelessly with staff to create what we think is a fantastic opportunity for Clayton County in this area. Just 15 minutes from Hartsfield-Jackson, we are proposing a state-of-the-art mixed-use development at the corner here of Riverdale and Garden Walk Boulevard. You've got our latest and greatest site plan here up on the screen for you, but it's there in front of you as well. I'm going to go from west to east. First, on the west side, this is Riverdale roadside. We've got our orange buildings. This is all the retail that we're proposing. So we've got 2 standalone retail buildings fronting right on Riverdale Road. And then behind that, we've got our kind of flagship mixed-use building. That's where the mixture of uses is going to happen. So we've got first floor retail as well as the apartments above it. We got some more retail up there to the north. So this was our most recent addition. This came about as a result of working closely with the planning staff as well as the commissioner. We added in this last building here to reintroduce more retail to the plan to try to balance out the ratio that the planning staff was looking for. And so by adding that in, this does come at a cost. We had to give up about 20 parking spaces in order to reintroduce that retail. So we're coming in right now at about 644 parking spaces. We think this is ample parking. However, we do need to get a variance to allow this under the code. So just to be totally transparent, we're about 33 spots short. So we will be seeking that variance should this get approved. And then here, our last building here in the back, this is a residential building that's just residential with the amenities. The reason we have that back there is because it doesn't have street frontage, so we don't have retail in that building. Retail in that building would not do well. It would probably end up just being vacant. It wouldn't produce anything for the county. And so we've made this residential only, but what we've done is actually spread the retail out that would have been in that building. So here in the front building, we've got about 12,000 square feet of retail. These three standalone buildings, that's another 18,000 square feet of retail. Rather than having it on the first floor of this building in the back where it won't do well, we've moved it up to the front so folks will be able to see it, visit it, and we can hopefully generate some revenue for Clayton County. Since we are talking about the future land use amendment, I will briefly talk a little bit about the future land use in the area. If we have that map, I would love to put it up, but if not, basically what's happening in the area is you have a mixture of high density residential and commercial. What we're asking to do is mixed use, which will allow us to put that high density residential and commercial in the same place. That's all it is. It's really just a continuation of the pattern you already have to facilitate this great project. And with that, I will yield. And if you want to speak, we've got a couple of minutes left. You want to add anything?
Here to answer any questions.
Okay. Everybody, this is my client, Mike. He's working on this project. If you have any questions about day-to-day operations, he's here to help.
Thank you. If you want to say anything, we'll take questions afterwards. We're just doing
to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too.
All right. Is there anyone who is for this item who would like to speak? Anyone who is for? Come on up.
Madam Clerk, Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Morrow, Georgia. Chairwoman, Vice Chair, Commissioners, good evening again. I am for this development. When we talk about changing the image of Clayton County, this is it right there. As someone who used to reside in that area, this is needed for that area. And Commissioner Hambrick, I remember you said at one meeting, you said, what about my district? Where's the economic development? This is it. This will change the face of the county, especially for individuals like myself that like a certain aesthetic. Hence why I left District 2 and went to District 1. That aesthetic is needed in District 2, especially with the airport being so close, and you all will probably be surprised at the amount of people who work at that airport that live in this county and in that area. Please, please, please approve this. And thank you to our economic development team for getting it right. This is the direction that we need to go. I thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who is for or in favor of this item? Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition of this item? And I'll let them reset.
Madam Clerk, Madam Chair.
Mm-hmm. You can come up.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated, Rex, Georgia. What I'd like to say about this development here is the 380 unit apartment and going from 1, 2, and 3, dropping the 3 bedrooms and just going to 1 and 2 bedrooms. What I see here, a 1-bedroom apartment isn't for a family. What you want is families here and enough room to house that family. The other part of the equation is it's a rental, an apartment building. The one thing that I would ask, does this builder live in Clayton County? And where that rent money goes, is it going somewhere outside the county? Or is that rent money staying inside the county money? I would think that with Battle Law, who is in Tucker, Georgia, coming down here telling me a great fit for Clayton County is this development, is telling me that that rent money is going outside of the county and not staying inside the county, even though those many people live or work at the airport. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I ask you to deny this.
Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? All right, gentlemen, will you, come on up.
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Commissioner Hambrick, there's not a kind of a neutral position on this. I will just say this, Commissioner Hambrick, because as you have said, you know your district. You're in your 17th year as commissioner. I've given you praise, 5-time election winner champion. I'm going to say this, that looks good on paper. I really hope, because this could be, and I'm going to be forward with this, but positive, you're going to run for re-election in 2028 and likely win because you're a dominant commissioner, well-loved and well-respected in your commission district. But I'm going to tell you this, it looks good on paper, and this will be your signature development. This is why I'm up here, because I will be looking to see if what I see on paper is realized in action. And I hope that when you run for re-election in 2020, you will stand by this development and have it on your campaign literature, because it looks good, it sounds good. And I really hope that you will be a strong commissioner, because it's well known of your fondness for townhomes and apartment homes. You're well known, but it looks good on paper. So I really hope that when it's built and it's actualized, it's a development you can be proud of, and a development I can say the green folder of success.
All right, is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item?
Commissioners, David Hamrick, District 3. I hold here the results of the dangerous dwellings that the Journal Constitution published a couple of years ago. And as I spoke about a couple of years ago, after this came out, at 300,000 people, we have 19 complexes listed here. Gwinnett County at 900,000 only has 14. They have 3 times our people, but yet 25% less dangerous apartment complexes. I'd like to know who is committed to being here. Do we have more vape shops? Do we? Is it some kind of healthy business? Is it another tidal pond? Hopefully it's not another nail hairdressing chicken wing place. I'm just wondering. We've got an overflow of those. Plus, who a developer develops. They come in, make the money, and leave. As Mickey said, Battle Law is not here anymore. They got enough money, they're gone from Clayton County. Is that where our money's going to go? Because as I have here, I have the out-of-state owners from Pinebrook on Dorsey Road in Riverdale. 2 drive-by shootings, 2020. 1 death, 22. More than 3 dozen complaints about housing code violations. But yet, they can spend $48,000 a year in preschool tuition for their children. Think about that. That's how much money they make as an absentee owner off this county. Just wondering, where is the money going to go? Who's going to manage it? What will happen? Thank you very much.
Gotcha. All right, is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? All right, seeing none, would the applicant please come forward? All right. Please set the time for rebuttal.
Yes, Michael, I'm sorry.
I'm looking at that. I want to make sure you get all your time. All right. Go, Michael.
Good evening, Chair. I'd like to address some of the questions. We did originally propose 3 bedrooms, and then under the request, we trimmed it down to 1s and 2s, but we also significantly increased the heated square footage of both the 1s and 2 bedrooms. With regard to addressing the original gentleman that came up to support, he's apparently, we don't know him, but we thank him for his support. He obviously lives there or has lived there. This is a big deal. This is a stunning project. This is something world class that has been duplicated in cities like Johns Creek and Swanee, downtown Alpharetta, Brookhaven. We believe we're creating a crown jewel project that's going to be enjoyed for decades and also going to spur significant economic prosperity throughout the area. If you're familiar with this area of Clayton County, it's relatively flat with respect to regard to any growth, and this is going to significantly bring new capital to the area, and I think it's going to be a game changer. The question the other gentleman had about, is this real? Is this really going to happen? We're willing to put on paper and document this. What you see is what you'll get. We're going to deliver a beautiful product. We're putting our heart and soul into it. So it also will probably create between 95 and 105 new jobs. So this is a big deal. Who will stay there? Well, the original gentleman that supported it had it right on.
Thank you, sir. Your time is up. All right. Thank you.
The airport's nearby. Yep.
Commissioner Hampert, what's your pleasure?
Yes, just want to make a couple comments and all. As far as this development looking like what we have seen here on the renderings, which is a concern of mine too, but staff has assured me that we will be keeping an eye, not only on your project, but any project that comes in to Clayton County from here on out, because we have been bamboozled, right, a few times in the past. Luckily, I have not. What I voted on has been the project, the finished product that's shown. Now, I do have some questions, but it may come on the next, regarding the parking, yes. Yes, but as far as BOC 2509, well, let me say this too. The gentleman in the back, I mean, we're thinking so much alike because we're right at the airport. And when I moved to Clayton County, I lived on Riverdale Road then, and that's all that was there. Airline employees, that was the whole thing and all. And right now, I mean, that's what we have. It's more commercial than anything else until most of Riverdale Road, because even the old houses have been redeveloped and turned into businesses and all. So, I mean, I'm a little bit excited about the project, but I do have some questions, and we can get to that on the next item. But as far as BOC 2509-0568, I would like to approve the future land use map.
I second it. Is there any discussion at this time?
Oh, and let me say this, it's not 380, it's 370 if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Right, and you all did present 3 bedrooms, and I did not want the 3 bedrooms because that's a lot more, I love families and all too, but this is really geared toward the younger group, the business people or whatever and all, and I didn't want to overburden our school system because 3 bedrooms automatically spells out I love my children, but anyway, but I move that we approve the BOC 2509-0568.
I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right, thank you. Will the consultant please come up for 39, public hearing BOC 2509-0567.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The caption reads BOC-2509-0567. It is a request to rezone property located at 5850 Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Georgia 30349 from general business to mixed-use zoning district. For a mixed-use development with retail and 370 apartment units. The subject property consists of 11.267 acres, further known as parcel number 13105A-003, and is located south of Garden Walk Boulevard and Riverdale Road intersection. This property is located in District 2, Gail Hambrick. The planning and zoning consultants have recommended approval with conditions, and I'll read those conditions into the record. The applicant shall comply with site plan submitted on January 20, 2026, titled Option B, Final, and required parking variance from the Board of Zoning Appeals. The second condition reads, applicant shall comply with development renderings as submitted on January 20th, 2026. Number 3, the applicant shall adequately annotate site plan and floor plan during the site development phase to reflect the following amenities: internal mailbox kiosks exclusive to each residential building, including Amazon package lockers, bike storage, EV charging stations, on-site supervisor quarters, swimming pool, pet park, co-work lounge, soft walking trails with lights, recreational area, gym, yoga, and spin studio, exclusive to residents only, grilling stations, sitting park areas, movie theater, and personal storage center, smart lock access, modern security and surveillance systems, and gated entrances. The 1 and 2 bedroom minimum size shall be as referenced on the site plan, which reads 1 bedroom shall be a minimum of 700 square feet, and the 2 bedroom shall be a minimum of 1,100 square feet. That concludes staff's conditions. On December 1st, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group recommend to approve with conditions that there shall not be any hair salons or barber shops uses in the commercial development.
Can we add?
You sure can.
Right, yeah, nail salon and vapor shop.
Vape shop.
Vape.
But vape shops have their permitted use under general business.
Okay. Commissioner Hambrick, you can make that motion once you decide to make your recommendation. We'll go ahead to the next screen, please.
Well, hold on. I mean, you read the conditions out.
I'm doing what my attorney told me to do.
Well, I'm gonna ask my attorney.
Yeah, so right now she's reading the conditions. If you want to add additional conditions, you can do so at the time when you make a motion.
If I make the motion.
If you're making your motion to approve, you can add those conditions. Because if you're adding them now, the applicant isn't here to accept those. So we want to make sure that after he gets up
Then you ask.
to present, then you can ask whether they're agreeable to those other conditions.
Right, and did you mention about the parking spaces in this one?
So Commissioner Hambrick, no, it did not mention the parking spaces. However, we do have parking requirements that we did discuss with the applicant. They are required to have a total of 769.74 parking spaces. However, they are asking for a reduction, which they will need to go before the Board of Zoning Appeals to get that approval.
Okay, is it on this one, Chuck, or on 40?
Say, which,
About the parking spaces, I'm very concerned about that.
Mr. GK, do you
if
know
we
where the
have-
parking spaces are? Can you come up?
that'll be on this, it'll be on
Yeah,
the
it's on this
zone.
one, right? See, if we have 370 apartments and all, and then we're gonna have commercial, so we need parking for both.
Madam Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners, good evening. Yes, the first item read under conditions were referenced the parking issue where it read, applicant shall comply with the site plan submitted on January 20, 2026, titled Option B Final, and required parking variance from Board of Zoning Appeals. So they are deficient in the parking required. That's why the first condition was to, before they can actually get to the building side, when they get to, they must have a variance to do this, if it's the wish of the board to approve this. They are short 42 parking spaces. We have a calculation done, and we've been talking with them back and forth how to handle it, and the only best way to do that at this time is to go through the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Well, do they wanna hold this, or, I mean, I'm not approving it if we don't have the, the spaces, the parking spaces and all. Because we need to consider, the impact that this is gonna have on our residential area and on our commercial.
Correct.
So
Mr. Reed.
the zoning appeals
Mr. Garber,
process
hold on.
comes.
Mr. Garber, please don't holler out anymore, sir. Thank you. All right, next.
Madam Chair, Madam Commissioner.
Vice Chair.
The zoning appeal process happens after the board approves. So they can't give a variance to an item that hasn't been approved by the board.
And I can't give approval to an item that I don't have, I have a concern with that. So I cannot do that. Well, anyway, we'll just go on and finish this up and.
This will be up to the petitioner, but if there's some sort of middle ground, perhaps, maybe they can meet and talk through some of those concerns. If they
Not tonight, right?
Not, well, I don't, unless you're able to come up with an answer right now, but they might
Well,
have
if they
to
can
wait.
answer right now, that's fine.
Yeah, they might need, and again, I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but they could wait and, talk with you, meet, see if they can address some of your concerns and bring it back on the next board meeting, or move forward with the public hearing and then meet with them afterwards.
Well, I would rather, move forward with the public hearing, and then, if they want to come back or whatever.
Just be
willing-
decision only if,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So we'll go
That's
through.
if they're willing to do that.
Oh, okay, right, if they're willing to do that, but, and then, on the, next two, on the, I think it's number
40.
40.
Yeah, 40.
What about that?
40.
For the CUP?
It would be similar, if you're going to hold off on making a decision on the rezoning, it would probably make sense to also hold off on making a decision on the conditional use permit, because the conditional use permit is conditioned on getting the rezoning.
Right. Okay, but I would like to go ahead with the public hearing, so if they agree, then they come back and it's just be decision only.
All right. Would the applicant please come forward? All right. How much time will you need for rebuttal, sir?
1 minute.
1 minute, okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. Josh Mahoney, Battle Law PC. Commissioner, I understand your concern about making sure you have enough parking for folks who want to come visit this destination. We've designed it as a destination for folks to come and visit.
Or the ones that live there.
And the people that live there, of course, yeah, absolutely. They need a place to park their vehicles as well. And so what we've done here is we've reserved some parking for the retail to make sure we have that met. That's shown in yellow. We've got shared parking, which is shown in blue. That's for retail and for residential, but given its location, primarily it'll be used as retail parking. And then the rest of the parking is for just residential, and it's protected by gates. They're kind of hard to see, but we've got a gate down here at the south end and then a gate up here at the north end as well. So the folks who are living here, they're going to have the lion's share of the parking. They will always have a place to park. Looking at this, I'm not concerned that they will not have a place to park. Now, the code requires that we have a certain amount of parking, and in full transparency, we're short. Director Ajike told me 42 spaces. And I think when we go to the Board of Zoning Appeals, one of the criteria they consider is whether or not there's some other factor in play that we could use to mitigate the parking. For example, if there's a public transit option that comes to the property, then folks can visit and they don't have to park a car. It just so happens MARTA has their new bus rapid transit line that runs along both roads here. So folks will be able to take the bus, visit this location, not have to park a car, take the bus home as well. The folks who live here, they can frequent the Aldi. They don't even have to get in a car. They can just walk. So they don't have to use this parking here to get up to the Aldi. They can just walk up there, and we won't have to worry about that. They can just keep their car in the back. And then we do have a letter here. We're working with a gentleman, Mr. Mayer. He's an architect. He has been working with the plan here, and it is his professional opinion the current site plan includes over 100 spaces that are in excess of a project like this that you would see. So while Clayton County requires this amount of parking, other jurisdictions with projects like this, they don't require as much parking. Mixed-use projects you might see in the city of Atlanta, Johns Creek, Alpharetta, something like that, their parking is about 100 spaces fewer than what we're seeing here. So those projects have been able to succeed and comfortably park the visitors and residents. We are confident that we can do it with this, but we also want to make sure that we're meeting Clayton County's code as closely as possible. And so that first condition that the planning staff have put on this rezoning not only addresses your concern about the way the building will look, that's included in there, but it also makes sure that we get our parking up to this standard, and we are able to legally operate here, legally park folks here with that variance. I'll stop there. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
All right, thank you. At this time, is there anyone who is in favor of this item? Please come up. Mr. Cheeks?
Madam Clerk, Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Morrow, Georgia. Madam Chairwoman, Vice Chair, and Commissioner, good evening once again. Now, I understand the concern about the parking. I get it. However, think about the grand scheme of it all, right? This is going to transform Riverdale Road. Now, let's backtrack a little bit to when I mentioned about reducing that speed limit. Why not go a step further? To honor the life of that 10-year-old that lost his life crossing the street with his brother, dedicate a bench of some sort. Maybe the MARTA bench, maybe work with the MARTA Council. Dedicate that bench to the life of that child as a give back to say, hey, Clayton County, you know, we're sorry what happened, however, we're going to memorialize that child. I understand your concern with the parking, but I'm going to tell you, I left District 2 to go to District 1 for the amenities that this place has. And I truly feel like if we're going to advance our county, changing the image, bringing in the younger people, like you said, we need to look at what some of our other areas are doing. What are they doing to bring business in? Because we're getting business in Clayton County. We're getting this type of residential aesthetic here. But we need to have it all over if we're going to change that image. And it's tough. Change is hard. But I'm a firm believer. When you take that leap and you say, you know what, this is going to bring our county what we need, I guarantee you it's going to change that image. Please take that in consideration. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who's in favor of this item? All right, is there anyone that is in opposition of this item?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Again, Commissioner Hambrick, a neutral position, I'm going to say this. Senior legacy, Commissioner Ms. Gail Hambrick, in your 17th year. This will be your crown jewel, a major decision that will impact your legacy. I'm going to say this. You're showing great wisdom and putting a hold till you get the parking situation dealt with. Please make sure everything is in writing, and also to add, to make sure, like the other residents have said, no hair salons, no beauty shops, no fast food places, no vape shop. There is an ordinance. I know when I go home and do my Google research, I'm going to find it, but we got a sharp attorney, directing GK, that can cover all of this. That no low-end businesses are in there, because you, as you know, you must have it down, because these developers have their lawyers, and they're going to do everything that they can to circumvent the best they can, because they enter to make money. And I hope, like I said, it looks good on paper. Now, I stand by this because I've been in Clayton County 30 years, and I've seen the worst. And it must be down, written down. So, Commissioner Hambrick, with your intelligence, your wisdom, and your 17 years, I hope you give the directives to have everything covered, because I'm going to do my part as a citizen, and my folders will be ready, because this will be your legacy, because it looks good. I hope it is realized the way you see it. But I do know if all bases are not covered, it won't be covered, especially with those bad, low-end eating places. And hopefully it'll be like what Madam Chairwoman has wanted, a sit-in place, upscale, which will fit this if it's not down in writing, because if it's not, they're not going to do it. So, Madam Chairwoman, we will see if your vision will be in this great, grand vision of a sit-down, nice, upscale restaurant, and not a low-end chicken place, vape shop, fast food place, hair salon, beauty salon, low-end businesses that Clayton County is overrun with.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? Seeing none, would the applicant please come forward? You can go ahead with your rebuttal.
Thank you, Commissioners. Commissioner Hambrick, I think you mentioned wanting to place an additional condition similar to the one Zag proposed,
Yes.
limiting hair and nail salons. We're open to that. We're willing to
And
accept
vape?
that. And
No
vape
vape
stores,
shop?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Explain to me about the movie theater.
It's going to be an outdoor movie theater by the pool. It's a outdoor technology, large big screen by the pool. So they're doing that now with the new technologies and the new kind of communities that they're building. It'd be outdoor seating and things like that.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You gentlemen have anything else?
No, that's it for my.
Commissioner Hambrick, you have any more questions?
Well, are you all willing to wait and discuss, or talk or figure out about these parking spaces?
I'm just wondering what we would need to figure out. Do we want to try to add spaces? Because if we're trying to add spaces, I'm worried about the room that we have.
There's a difference between 640 and 769, so.
So the calculation I got from
I'm not
Director
pleased with
Ejike
the
is not.
parking spaces.
Okay. If we're gonna have to meet and talk about it then, because we have to find room for the parking spaces.
Well, we can do that, or no, you know, I do not want citizens coming to me saying that they have, they are living someplace and they don't have a parking space, or they're living someplace and they can't have visitors because there are no parking spaces. So that is a big concern of mine.
Sure. Yeah, that's something we can definitely talk about. The calculation I got from Director Ejike is that we're only short the 42 parking spaces. So we can meet and figure out how to address it.
What do you all want to hold this? Hold 39?
We're short 42.
And 40.
Do we need a variance for that?
Yeah, so, yes. Yeah, we'll hold it to talk about it.
Okay, so should that be in the form of a motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and I can do both at the same time? 39 and 40?
If they're willing to do both. You can certainly do 39 and then
She
do a
can
separate motion for 40 if they're
okay.
willing to do so.
Okay, well, I would like to hold VOC 2509-0567.
You want to table it to the
Table it to
17th?
February, is that 17th? February 17th. That's my motion.
All right, I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Yes, for acceptance.
It's what now? Separate. Chuck said separate.
He already accepted it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next. You guys can have a seat. All right.
They're the next applicant.
The next case reads BOC-2509-0566, a request by Battle Law PC for a conditional use permit for property located at 5850 Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Georgia, 30349. This is a proposed mixed-use zoning district allowing 378 residential apartments within mixed-use development. The subject property consists of 11.267 acres, further known as parcel number 13105A-A003, and is located south of the Garden Walk Boulevard and Riverdale Road intersection. This property is located in Commission District 2, Gail Hambrick. The planning and zoning consultants have recommended approval. On December 1st, 2025, the zoning advisory group voted to recommend approval with conditions.
Are you,
With the applicant,
is she gonna read the conditions?
you
I
read
thought
conditions.
this is the same item we just discussed. It's the next agenda item, but it's the same project.
Okay. So Commissioner Hambrick, those conditions mimic the rezoning. I can read those into the
No,
record.
if it mimics, just, if you don't mind just putting that on record.
Yes, ma'am. And let me read those.
If it mimics, then we don't need to, do we need to read them again?
That's fine. I don't
Okay.
have to read it if you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, with the additions?
That would be if you're planning on moving forward with a public hearing right now. If you want to table this item to the 17th.
I do.
Okay, then if they're in agreement with that, then you'll have the public hearing on the 17th.
Okay, let me ask you this. We just had the public hearing on 38.
38.
Just
39.
38, okay.
Just 38.
You had it on
We had it on
38 and
39, right.
Yeah,
So why don't we just,
Because there are three separate decisions that you're making. You had one that was a change to your land use. Your second was a change to the rezoning. This one is the addition of a conditional use permit. So you've addressed two of the items that they've requested. The third, if you want to have a public hearing, then all you're doing is make a decision on next month. You can do so now, or you can hold the public hearing pending whatever discussions that you have between now and then just have that on the conditional use permit. It's totally up to you and the applicant.
Okay, well, I would like to go ahead with the hearing now,
Okay.
so it just be decision only if they come back with what my request is.
Okay.
Okay. We can move forward. The next screen shows the site plan that was submitted this morning, that has the changes that were communicated with the applicant by staff. The next will be the elevations of the renderings of the buildings. So the building near Riverdale Road will be the mixed-use building, and the building to the rear will be a residential development. Also, the building north of Garden Walk will be a retail building only, and that's right across from the detention pond. Again, this is showing the renderings of that building. It will have brick. There's some glass that will be on the front and side of the building. The bottom images shows the rear and a side of the building. And there are material callouts on the site plan. Again, more elevations. This is a floor plan of the apartments, of the 2-bedroom. Again, we did drop the, not we, but the applicant dropped the 3-bedroom. So here you see the two bedroom, 2-bath, and the 1-bedroom, 1-bath floor plan.
The sizes are larger, is that correct?
The sizes are larger, and I can read that into the record again. For the 1-bedroom, it will be a minimum of 700 square feet. For the 2 bedrooms, a minimum of 1,100 square feet.
What type of material is being used?
Okay, so we have brick here. This elevation shows brick, and there are some glass. There were some other call-outs in the other elevations. We can go back to those. Go back a little bit more. Okay, here. If you don't mind, Commissioner Hambrick, I can't see from here. If I can approach the screen, I can.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just
Okay.
want to know what.
So we have brick here. I'll try to speak loud so everyone can hear me. Also, we have a chalk gray. This consists of cement panel, and that's this right here. And we also have fiber cement panel. That would be this area here. And then, of course, this is glass.
Thank you.
This is the retail building. This building, I believe, is located north of the development near Garden Walk. Am I correct? And this building will consist of brick and glass. And these are proposed retail stores that may come here, but again, that would be up to those retail stores. It's not final. And that's just language in the mixed use area that we found. The applicant is here.
All right, will the applicant please come forward? How much time will you need for rebuttal?
2 minutes is fine.
2 minutes, okay.
So, Josh Mahoney, attorney about LPC. Commissioners, this is the same project, just a different matter. I was just consulting with my client. I think we have a solution for the parking that I'd like to propose this evening. It would require a motion to reconsider the rezoning so that we could move forward tonight. However, if you're not open to it, we still can meet with you. But what we're proposing is a condition that would reduce the number of residential units down to whatever requires the parking that we have. So we would comply with Clayton County zoning ordinance as far as parking goes. We would not need a variance. It would result in a reduction of residential units. I don't have that calculation in front of me right now, but we would agree to a condition that just says we would meet the parking. In order to do that, we'd have to reduce our residential. We would also agree not to reduce the amount of retail space. So you wouldn't be losing out on any of that. We would just be coming into conformity with the parking by reducing residential.
I need to have numbers and all, so if you come back in February, you have the number of reductions you're gonna make and the number of spaces you're gonna add, parking spaces you'll add.
Okay. I don't think I have enough time to run the calculations right here on the floor.
I know. Right.
So,
Whatever the corresponding residential is will comply.
yeah. All I can say is that we will comply, as the code requires us to do. With or without calculations, we are required to meet it. We're just adding a condition that would say we would do it tonight. So that's all I've got to offer this evening. If that's not enough, then we can come
No,
back
I
in
need to see it in
February.
writing, and I would believe that the renderings will probably change if you're deducting the apartments.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take a corresponding shrink to the residential component, not the retail. So we
What are
do-
you shrinking now?
Well, we're going to reduce the residential units to comply.
Okay, but not the size?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. The quantity. The quantity of residential will come down to comply with the exactness of the parking that's required, not touch the retail. So I don't have that calculation off the top of my head. It may be 10 units, 15, or whatever.
I would like the
Yes, ma'am.
calculation.
Exactly. So you're exactly correct. We'll have to do a revision to the
Okay.
site plan.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, at this time, is there anyone who would like to come up that is in favor of this item? Come on up, Mr. Cheeks.
All right. Madam Clerk, Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Marl, Georgia. Madam Chairwoman, Vice Chair, Commissioners, good evening. Once you get all of the figures on paper, the renderings, please take a thorough look at it and please vote in favor. Your district needs it. There's no reason why any of our districts should not mirror each other. And when you look at our neighboring counties, look at what they're doing. There's a certain aesthetic that flows through our neighbors to the right and neighbors to the left. And I know we want to keep business here, but sometimes you got to take a step outside to see what the others are doing, take a little skill set, and add to that, and give us that Clayton, or as the young people call, the Clayco feel.
No, not Clayton.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone else who's in favor of this item? All right, is there anyone who is in opposition of this item?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Again, Commissioner Hambrick, I'm going to applaud you on your wisdom, and I'm going to say this because I listened to what you said about the hair salons, beauty salon, vape shops. Now, you didn't make any comment about what I said, and I'm not asking you to, but I hope you consider. In terms of restaurants, you must put it down. If you are accepting of it, no low-end eateries, drive restaurants, low-end Popeyes, Chicken, McDonald's, or none of that. Upscale, beautiful, sit-down restaurants. Now, I didn't hear that. And see, I know what you said, Madam Chairman. I'm going to put you in this too, because you said this looks like the type of development you want. And when we've talked, when you shared your view, upscale sit-down restaurants. I'm going to say this. I come with intelligence, and that's fine because the other citizens said that too. But I hope you consider that, because if you don't and don't have it on paper, I know 100% what they're going to do. They're going to allow those to come in, and it will be your fault, because we got an attorney and we got a director that can put that down with upscale eateries. Now, I didn't hear you say that, and I'm being strong when I say this because I have my reservations. I'm giving you your praise, and I'm giving you consideration that this will be as you want it to be. But I do know this. These people, if you don't have it on paper, they are not going to do it. I've been here 31 years in Clayton County. I know you've been here longer, and that's what they do. So I hope you consider that. No fast food no fast food drive-by, low-end restaurants that Clayton County is glutted with, but upscale, sit-down restaurants. And anything you want good, to have it on paper. We got an attorney and we got a director to make sure it's down, because this is your crown jewel. I can tell you that from looking at it now. This is your crown jewel, and I will be looking at this very, very closely. I'm being positive, but I do know if you don't have it down, they are not going to do. So I'm looking at you and your wisdom and intelligence in your 17th year as a commissioner of District 2. No, really your 18th year, because you completed 17 years. Because you're up for re-election in 2028, which is your 20th year, where you're a senior legacy commissioner #1. I'm looking for your wisdom and intelligence and making sure that what I see is realized, so I can give you the green folder of success and not the other folder, the red folder.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? Come on up, Mr. Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, members of the board, a gentleman back there, I don't have his name, made a great recommendation, is for you to travel outside this county and seeing what other counties are building. Go up to Dunwoody, go up to Sandy Springs, get outside of the red line district here in Clayton County and go see what them other folks are building and what it looks like. That's all I got to say to you.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? All right, seeing none. All right, with that, applicant, please come forward for your rebuttal.
No rebuttal at this time.
Yeah,
Thank
I have a question, and
Commissioner
maybe it was read into the record regarding the sidewalk.
Madam Vice Chair, it was not read in the record. However, the site plan does reflect the 8-foot sidewalk, external sidewalks. The internal sidewalks are 5 feet.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Madam Commissioner, what's your pleasure?
Madam Commissioner, while you have them up there, you might want to also include the other conditions that you had on the other rezoning.
You need to read it into record?
Just to make sure they're
add the
right.
ones.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may have already done it, but I just don't
She's
recall.
done it, but we'll do it again.
Right.
She can do it again.
Not on
do
the
you have them
conditional
written?
use permit. Just on the, because you said you wanted to make sure that they did not have nail salons, vape
Beauty
shop,
salon,
and
vape shops, right.
okay.
And they agreed to not have them already.
Okay. Madam Vice Chair, if I may correct myself, after speaking to our zoning administrator, this was a straight approval. However, you have the autonomy to add conditions to it if you like, in regards to the type of uses. We did put those on the rezoning, so you don't necessarily have to put it on the CUP.
Did you have the vape shop and beauty salon, nail salon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if they didn't have it on the, I wasn't sure, because it said approval with conditions. If it's not on the CUP, it's taken care of in the rezoning.
Okay. All right. Okay, do you all applicants agree with that?
Yes.
Agree? Okay.
100%. Yep.
All right. And you agreeing to hold, I guess, wait, for the February 17th.
Yeah, February 17th, and we'll meet to discuss the solution to the parking.
Okay, well.
Can I ask a question of the applicant before they
Commissioner Reed.
leave? Josh, you had mentioned a study that you had gotten from a Dr. Meyer or Mr.
We have a
Mayer.
letter from the architect, Kevin Mayer. Yes.
Okay, and he had cited something about an excess of parking spaces. I was just hoping you could elaborate on that a little bit more.
The thing that the architects stress that this is more of a mass transit, MARTA-centric type of community, and it shouldn't be imposed with the same kind of parking that a typical suburbia community would be. He's born and raised in Atlanta. He's been he's president of the architectural firm for been doing this for 30 years. His expertise is mixed use. He's never seen, and he put in writing, he's never seen a project of this caliber with this quantity of parking mandated. So it was just a comment that he was making.
Yeah, let me just say this. We are not Atlanta. We don't have the same kind of transit, public transportation.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, we have MARTA that runs on certain streets, but Atlanta has MARTA all over the city.
It
and
does.
they have the trains.
It does.
Clayton County does not have that.
And this particular road, this is along Garden Walk, but the main corridor would be on
Riverdale.
Riverdale Road,
Yes, ma'am.
which is going to have the bus rapid transit expansion in the next few years.
So the letter was just a comment from the architect, that's all. Thank
Thank you. I thought I had heard that. I just wanted to confirm.
Exactly.
All right. Madam Commissioner, what's your pleasure?
Yes, I move that we hold, I guess, is that the right? Table. That we table BOC -2509-0566 for the February 17th meeting.
All right, I second it.
With conditions.
With conditions. I second it with conditions too. All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next is item 41, public hearing BOC 2510-0579. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next item, we do not have a visual presentation for it. However, we can speak to you in regards to the recommendations. So I'll go ahead and read it into record. BOC-2510-0579, a map amendment to the Ellenwood Planned Unit Development change from mixed use to RM multifamily for property located at 3182 Amble Block Road and 4443, 4447, and 4491 Boulder Crest Road, Ellenwood, Georgia 30294. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended approval. On December 1st, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend denial. This is a request by the County Board of Commissioners for a map amendment to the Ellenwood Planned Unit Development change from mixed use to RM for the properties that were read into the record. The said property consists of 11.71 acres, further known as parcel numbers listed in the agenda. These properties are located north of the Amble Block Road and Boulder Crest Road intersection. The planning and zoning staff, as mentioned before, has voted to approve this initiative by the Board of Commissioners.
All right. That's it. Is the applicant here?
So we are the applicant.
Oh, we are the applicant. Okay. Y'all said we didn't have any. All right. Board members, at this time, I need a motion to approve.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
does it need a hearing?
Still would need to have a hearing. Anyone in favor?
Oh, anyone in favor?
opposition?
Okay. I actually didn't have any. All right, do we have anyone who is, who's in favor of this item? Seeing none, do we have anyone?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton, Hampton, Georgia. And Madam Chairwoman, I'm going to ask on this. Seems like when I ask requests, it's not honored. But when other citizens ask requests, it's honored. Because this is you all, and it's in order. Can you explain the reason? I saw multifamily, and if you give a quick explanation, because that was October 21st, 2025. This is a yes, no question, none. That's out of the moratorium that you all have placed. That's just a yes, no. Is that?
Mr. Ike, would you like to answer?
And if he can explain what this is, and then if it's outside the moratorium, what I'm gathering is that it could be for townhomes when I see multifamily. So that's all that I'm asking. Thank you for answering.
Madam Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioners, there is a project for senior housing.
Okay.
That came, but the property that they were proposing was it's zoned mixed use. In order to get that senior housing on that property, it has to go to MUM, which is multifamily. One of the reasons for the area, as you all know, we have, excuse me, that's a number of things in that area. Across the street, we have our senior center. That's in that area. There are other projects around this project. If it materializes, they have submitted the application and plans with it, but this is the first phase of doing it. One of the things that, in order to make sure we have the senior housing there, that's how the initiation came from the county. So it is a senior housing project.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Commissioner Amber.
do you know why ZAG recommended denial?
They want to see commercial property there.
No, I don't.
Did they say? I mean, I'm like,
There's a note down here.
It says they wanted to retain commercial
okay.
zone.
Yes.
oh, okay.
Land.
They need to retain commercial zone properties, okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who is in favor of this property? I'm sorry, of this item?
Oh.
Good evening, everyone. Do I need to say my address and all that?
Your name and just county resident.
Okay. My name is Donna Smiley. I'm a Henry County resident. I am actually the broker that represents the seller on this site. I've been the listing agent on this site for 3 years. I've met with Mr. Patrick at GK about this site to try to find the best, highest and best use for this site. I lived in Clayton County for 12 years in Jonesboro, so I'm very familiar with the market, the area. Of course, I didn't want anything to just go on this site because I understand that you want to make sure that whatever is there, the community is going to support it. So I know it's zoned for mixed use. I did reach out to many mixed use developers about this site, and they were telling me like the school systems wasn't good enough, or it was just different reasons of why they did not want to go on this site. I also had industrial developers that were reaching out to me because it sits next to industrial that wanted to go there, and of course you all don't want any more industrial. So I'm hoping that you all can approve this and do the amendment to the code because my clients are out-of-state owners. They live in Chicago. They've been trying to sell this even prior to me becoming their broker, and they've just been having an issue, but the taxes are going up on this site, and they don't even live here. So if you all could please amend the code so that senior housing could go there, because Commissioner Reeves as well even said senior housing is great for this site because of where it sits. So hopefully you all can approve it because there is a rising population of seniors and is definitely needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to talk about the fact that there was a developer who was interested in putting a data center
yes.
at that particular location?
Yes, so I met with Patrick at GK, and the code actually said that a data center could go there, but I told them that I did not want to do that, even though it was in the code that it stated at the time that a data center could go there. So we're hoping that senior center can go, not senior center, but senior housing can go there. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else who's in favor of this item?
They want the data center. Wow.
Madam Clerk, Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Marl, Georgia. Chairwoman, Vice Chair, Commissioners, good evening. We need to think about all of our Clayton County residents, to include our seniors, because believe it or not, we're not going to stay young forever. We need to think about that. So this is why it's important as we grow as a county, as our population changes and changing, that we need to look at the zoning and approve this for senior housing. It's a great location for it, and we need to also make sure that we think about everybody to include our seniors. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else who is in favor of this item? All right. Is there anyone who's in opposition of this item? Come on up, Mr. Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated, Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, members of the board, the reason I'm disapprove of this is because that area, that whole area between Highway 42 and 675 is heavily commercialized, and you are having a conflict regularly in that area between people who are residents and people that have commercial moving in on the residents. However, in ZAG's recommendation here, I want you to know that Clayton County is the third smallest county in area size, with the fifth heaviest population population size. So we have to be very cognizant of how we spend our land, okay? And we have to be cognizant of the people who are living here, who are paying the burden of the taxes. However, it says the reason for denial, ZAG recommended denial due to the need to retain commercial zone properties. And what is going to get the burden of taxes off the residents here is commercial property. So be very cognizant of retaining commercial property, and I say that you should deny the zoning of a elderly center there,
Senior apartments.
Senior apartment.
But we're not approving the senior apartment.
Okay, we're not approving. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that correction.
Yes, sir.
We need to retain the commercial aspect to get the burden of taxes off of the people, and I recommend denying this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Is there anyone else who is in opposition of this item? Seeing none, Commissioner Reese, what's your pleasure?
Yes, regarding BOC 2510-0579, I would like to make a motion for approval. Yeah, I think I did that correctly.
Second.
Thank you.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries.
Thank you.
At this time, this ends our zoning meeting, and we will now see if Mr. Reed, if we need if we need executive session right now.
Yes, just for litigation.
All right. At this time, I need a motion to go into executive session for litigation only.
So moved.
I second it. Any discussion? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. We will now go into executive session to discuss litigation only. Thank you. At this time, I need a motion to reconvene from executive session.
So moved.
All right, a second.
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. All right. Mr. Reed,
You take them together?
take them all together.
All right. First is a settlement agreement relating to Jericho Willis individually. And Jericho Willis is parent and legal guardian of Nova Green, a minor. And Jericho Willis is parent and legal guardian of Shadaniel Willis, a minor. And this is related to all three of them in a lawsuit against the county, Fire Emergency Services, Board of Commissioners, and State Court Civil Action, file number 2025 CV 06433, relating to an automobile accident that occurred on December 25th, 2023. And that is in the amount of $41,000 to Jericho Willis, $4,100 to Nova Green, and $4,600 to Shadaniel Willis. And that will also, let me do the second one. The second one is settlement agreement relating to litigation between C.W. Matthews and Clayton County. And this is related to a civil action against the county, Superior Court of Clayton County, style C.W. Matthews Contracting versus Clayton County, Georgia, and Bell South Telecommunications, civil action 2024 CV 03410. And this is relating to a highway construction project for the replacement and widening of County Road, the 1344 Valley Hill Road Bridge over the Flint River. This is to resolve that in the amount of $75,000 and also dismissal of that case, and authorize the Chief Financial Officer to amend the budget to reflect appropriate revenue source and expense as required under the terms of these agreements.
I have a question on that.
All right. Commissioner Hamburg?
So we are paying
Yes, so, yes, we're paying C.W. Matthews $75,000, but we are also, they're also collecting money from AT&T. Both agreements are allowing both parties to be able to be recipients of dismissal, so Bell South or AT&T can't sue the county based on any claims that C.W. Matthews had related to any delays or anything like that, and vice versa. So it's like a three-party claim.
Well, I think I've voiced my concern about that before, that somebody's suing us that we hire on a continual basis. Anyway, I mean, you know, they could have just upped their price on the next project, because they have projects, they're here all the time. Anyway, I'm just, I don't like that.
Right,
And I don't.
At this time, I need a motion so we're gonna do all of them together to
Yes,
approve
both of
all of the set items from Mr. Reed together as read.
So moved.
All right, I second. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. All right. Y'all
Although
ready
we
to go
really
home?
should
And-
tease you for saying Bell South instead of AT&T.
I
What
know.
year are we in?
It says that.
All right.
Yeah.
That was from back in the day.
Right.
And right, at this time, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All right, I second. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. This meeting is adjourned as of 9:14 p.m. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night.